The sun had just dipped below the desert horizon, casting long shadows across the nearly empty rest stop. Dust swirled in lazy spirals over the asphalt as Jake Miller stepped out of his truck, stretching his back after hours on the road. He wasn't looking for anything, just a coffee, a moment to breathe. But something made him pause. A girl sat in the back seat of a faded blue sedan. Still, too still. Then she blinked 3 times. A rhythm, not accidental. Jake froze. His military instinct stirred. That wasn't random, that was deliberate. A signal. The man standing beside her door looked tense, impatient. He opened the door roughly, muttering something sharp. The girl's eyes, wide and pleading, locked with Jake's. He knew that look. He'd seen it overseas. Someone in trouble who couldn't speak it out loud. And just like that, Jake knew. He wasn't here for coffee anymore. Jake didn't move right away. He stood still, eyes locked on the girl, mind replaying those blinks. Short, short, short. Morse for S. Then long, long, long. O. Then S again. A silent scream. He scanned the scene. The man, mid-40s, lean build, agitated movements, was loading a half-empty soda bottle into the car's console. His body language screamed impatience. He wasn't talking to the girl. He wasn't even looking at her. But Jake saw her, really saw her. She sat with her back straight, knees tight together, hands pressed to her lap like she'd been coached to look calm. But the tremble in her shoulders gave her away. Jake stepped forward, slow and casual, like he'd forgotten something. The man spotted him. "Something wrong?" he called out. Jake smiled. "Yeah, actually, I think I might have clipped your bumper backing out. Didn't realize till now. Mind if we take a look?" The man frowned, his eyes darting to the highway, then back to Jake. "Nah, you didn't hit anything. It's fine." Jake was already rounding the car. "Just wanna be sure," he said, dropping to a knee near the back bumper. He didn't care about dents. He was stalling, getting close, reading the terrain. "Looks fine to me," the man snapped. Jake stood. "Yeah, probably. Still, insurance companies are weird about this stuff. You got a sec?" The man's jaw clenched. "We're in a hurry." Jake nodded slowly. "Understood. Just need your name and number. Quick exchange. Takes 2 minutes." The girl flinched as the man cursed under his breath. Jake clocked it. Every movement, every glance. This wasn't just discomfort. This was fear. The kind that comes from being told, if you say one word, you're dead. Jake slipped a hand into his jacket pocket, fingering the emergency button on his burner phone. 2 taps. It buzzed silently, pre-dialing 911. He started talking, still looking at the man. "Yeah, I'm out here at the westbound rest stop near mile marker 227. Got a possible abduction. White male, grey hoodie, blue sedan. Girl looks early teens. Silent distress signal. I'm keeping them here." His voice was low, almost a whisper, masked behind a casual smile. The operator stayed on the line. "Stay safe, sir. Units en route. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, an eternity." Jake straightened. "So, about that info." "I said drop it," the man snapped, stepping forward, body tense. Jake didn't flinch. "Easy, not trying to start anything. But I'm not walking away either." Their eyes locked. Derek, Jake caught the name on a worn work badge hanging from his keychain, looked like a man realizing he was outmatched, but still weighing his odds. Jake kept his hands open, palms loose, posture calm, but every muscle was coiled. "Ready." Derek's eyes flicked to the girl, then to the road, then to Jake. He made a move, quick, a fake-out step to the side, hand darting toward his jacket. Jake stepped in, blocked him, hard. Don't, he said, calm, cold, unshakable. For a long second, no one moved. Then, sirens, far off, but real. Derek froze. Jake saw it in his face, the collapse, the panic, the end. "You don't understand," Derek hissed. "It's not what you think." Jake's voice was iron. "No, Derek, I understand exactly what this is. Derek didn't run, not because he didn't want to, but because something in Jake's stare told him that running wouldn't change a thing now. The sirens grew louder, flashing blue and red lights painting the asphalt in strobe. 3 patrol cars rolled in fast. Officers fanned out with practiced urgency. One of them, a tall woman in tactical black, took over in seconds, ordering Derek to raise his hands and drop to his knees. He obeyed, slowly, like a man who knew it was over. Jake stepped back. Let the professionals handle it. And then finally he turned toward the girl, Emily. She still sat there, stiff as a statue, the door now open beside her. Her small hands were clenched white around the seatbelt. Jake approached gently, crouched low, voice soft but steady. You can come out now. He's not gonna hurt you, not anymore. She didn't move. He didn't push. But then her eyes shifted, locked with his. And something broke. She lunged forward and wrapped her arms around his waist, her whole body trembling. Not screaming, not talking, just holding on, like letting go meant she'd disappear. Jake held her tight, his hands careful, warm. One hand shielded her head from the flashing lights. The other rested on her back, steady as stone. It's okay, he murmured. You're safe. You did the right thing. A moment passed. Maybe more. The female officer approached, her tone gentle. Sir, we'll take her from here. Jake nodded. Emily didn't. So he leaned down, whispered just for her. You were brave when it mattered most. That's what heroes do. That's when she let go. They took her to the ambulance. Routine checkup, nothing urgent. Jake stood at a distance, hands on his hips, watching the scene settle like dust after a storm. One of the officers returned. Name? Jake hesitated. Then, Jake Miller. You know her? No. The officer studied him. Then how'd you know she needed help? Jake's eyes flicked toward the sedan. Its door still hung open, the seatbelt twisted like it had been pulled too tight. A soda can still rolled slightly on the floor. She blinked, he said simply. The officer raised an eyebrow. Jake looked him in the eye, calm, certain. She blinked 3 times. The rest stopped quieted. Flashing lights faded. The sunset bled into a deeper purple over the desert. Jake got back in his truck. He didn't start the engine right away. He sat there, hands on the wheel, watching the stars begin to prick through the sky. In the side mirror, he caught one last glimpse of Emily, wrapped in a blanket, sipping juice, eyes still searching for something steady. He nodded once, just for her, then turned the key, and drove off into the dark.